Hello, one and all. I am Brandon Carey, and today we are continuing our exploration of the PS2 original Ratchet and Clank. And just as a reminder, this is my legal copy of Ratchet and Clank, which I own and have owned since I bought this, or my parents bought this for me for Christmas. Copyright 2002. Holy shit. This game is almost 20 years old. I'm 28. I feel old. Anyway. When we last left off, we were exploring the Chairman Drek's research station, where he has a bunch of cool gadgets and stuff to take, and maybe we'll find something to help us figure out how to find Quark or learn where Drek is. We're also here just to blow shit up and have a good time, so it's fine. Who cares? And like the destruction of the galaxy at the hands of some capitalists is my problem. I just want to blow shit up. Unlike Ratchet, I just want to kill things. Oh yeah, I turned on auto-saving, because I forgot to at the start of the last one, and that would have been bad.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
We got all the weapons, which means we can explore. And I also got a new controller since the last time we started playing this game. So we are hopefully going to have fewer issues. Wow, that was terrible. Alright, so let's actually go to the quick select, because I don't need the gadgets on my quick select. Oh, the barrier is gone, so that's not going to do anything. We just gotta get the blaster. Poor Ratchet is sad that he's almost dead. Oh! I didn't see that go up. Alright, we got a cluster of small enemies. The Proster is great for that, so we're going to switch to that. As you can see, I'm already, like, immediately having a much better time with this new controller. My problems with Halo were probably control-related and not actually, the game, so whoopsie. And just walk past them. Wait, why is that going upwards? Just keep going. Hi, Rossiter. Camera, please. Yeah, that's a good weapon against these things. The spread damage is very, very useful. I like that each of the ammo, like, this is like the one Ratchet and Clank game where each of the ammos had their own visual model. I like as a cool touch, but I understand why they stopped doing that in later games. Because that's a lot of work to put in for modeling. That you frankly don't really need to do. Swing shot. Damn it. I'll get my blaster. So anyway, I have this. I have this blaster. Oh, hi there. Problem solved. Problem solved. Alright. Pyrocitor. There we go. All good. An ammo vendor here means there's probably a checkpoint as well.
Hi there, Fuzzball.
They will streamline a lot of this interface stuff in the later games. Mainly with ammo and how to buy ammo. And I think the one thing that does still trip me up a little is that I'm used to the quick selects, like either slowing or time or pausing time. And it doesn't right now. And that is causing a few issues, but nothing too major. Nothing too like, negatively impacting the experience. This is still a very rough game. Oh, no. No, I want you to do, yes, this. If memory serves, there is a gold bolt. One of these hidey holes. Either on this side or the opposite side. Wasn't that my control issues are basically resolved? This game plays. This game holds up in terms of how it plays. The controls just feel good. Get out my blaster. So anyway, I started blasting. Let's get some more ammo, more free ammo as opposed to the paid shit. Yeah. As someone who's tried to play this with only the wrench, it's not worth it. It's really not. Just shoot them. You have guns. Use them. Even easier once you unlock strafing. What is the point of a gun if you won't use it? Really? What Americans... That's the American way of life. If you have a gun, you probably want to shoot it. Oh, this is a boss fight. There is a trophy for doing this with just your wrench. I will not be doing that. Aw, you bitch. There we go. Problem solved. Making some good money, too. Sure won't be enough to cover whatever, like, next weapon we have. I'm sure it's gonna be expensive as fuck, because prices in this game were... Like, the bolt economy in this game was still kind of stingy. For how much you have to pay for aside from weapons. Well, it's fine. It's fine. This means you have to choose what you want and what you don't want.
Thought I was a goner this time. Some nano-wit in genetics must have left the cages open again.
You could come down now.
Honestly, a gadget engineer deserves a bit more respect, if you ask me.
So, you are an inventor.
Gadget engineer. I create revolutionary devices for Executive Chairman Drek. For instance, Viola. My soon-to-be patented grind boots. Look, I need to get out of here so I can find a new job. How about I sell you these? At cost.
Sell? After we just saved your scrawny butt?
All right. I'll give you the employee discount, too.
Yeah,
Well, thanks.
I'll take them.
I'm gonna get out of here while I still can.
So one of the cool things that Ratchet and Clank does is, you see how Ratchet is running around barefoot. You can actually equip, like some of the wearable gadgets, like as cosmetics. Like whenever I try to grind, they automatically put the grind boots anyway. I don't have to do it myself. But if I want to just run around with them on, I can do that. So I can have Ratchet have a pair of shoes. Sorry for you feet fans. I like the grind boots. I like how they look. There is someone out there for whom this is a problem. But I like how the grind boots look. Ratchet has shoes now, Kelly, yes. On my fully legal copy of the game. He has shoes. Now, is there anything else here that we haven't done yet? Okay, we've done all of things, so we're able to go. Should buy some ammo before I go, though.
I got some great bargains for you today. Oh, that's a nice one.
I also love playing legally acquired video games. They make me feel safe. Alright, so where do we have to go now? We haven't... We met... Oh, we need to bring the prize to his... Oh. Nope. I think the only thing we have to do is, Planet Rilgar. I really like this loading screen. I know it's basically just a loading screen, but it does feel cool to see the characters fly in space to the planet you're going to. It's a good shot. I've always enjoyed this little shot. Also, I love this area's soundtrack. It really does kind of sell the direness of this area and how it is kind of being invaded by effectively like slime monsters. Does this game auto-equip the swing shot? Like, nope. You have to actually manually equip the swing shot. Yeah, they simplify this a lot in later games, but then you auto-equip stuff like the swing shot when you need to use it. Here we still have to manually equip the new gadgets as we use them, which kind of sucks. Not gonna lie. But it's fine. It's just tedious. Oh, hey! We gotta make use of our new Hydro Displacer. A water puzzle. Except not really, honestly. Because the puzzle is just drain the water. Yeah, like there is definitely some roughness in the game that they fix in later games. It is just kind of weird to come back to this game after you've played so much Ratchet and Clank, because, as I said in the last episode, it really wasn't until going Commando the series hit its stride, like when it started becoming the Ratchet and Clank that we all know. Even now, like, this is still mostly a platforming game, where once you get to Going Commando and onward, they become much more shooters with some minor platforming involved. But here we're still doing mostly, like, PS1 era platforming stuff, because this is still the time when, like, this was relatively uncharted territory. Pardon the Sony, unintended Sony reference.
Press the square button to dive, and the X button to rise. Push
You know
the X button
what?
harder to rise more quickly.
We have to fill this up. Now the water is here. We can swim. Yeah, this was Spyro era platforming. Yeah, exactly. But bipedal Spyro era platforming. Because at the time, like, we were, like, remember, when Ratchet and Clank came out, the PS2 was still relatively new. We were still kind of learning our way around this technology. And with that combined with, like, the fact that they had to move on to a new franchise, meant there was going to be, like, there's still a roughness to this game, which, honestly, as a longtime fan of the series, I appreciate this game's roughness. I kind of like the, like, clear work-in-progress nature of the game. Ignore these guys, I don't have time. Ignore these guys, I don't have time. And now it's time to swim. And we should have enough oxygen to survive. Oh, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be tight. This is gonna be really tight. Yeah, we're probably in a bad spot, actually. This is probably a death. Yeah, this is almost definitely gonna be a death. Ow! Wow, instant! They don't even drain your life. Okay. Alright, we got it this time. Spent too much time goofing with the Meeboids last time, and this time we will not do that. Yes, I have the new controller. It is actually helping me quite a bit. Still some growing pains. Oh, oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. We might be able to save this. Okay, we might actually be fine. It's going to be tight, but we might be fine. Okay, we are gonna. This is gonna be fine. For people who aren't familiar with what I'm talking about, during the last stream, oh, this is gonna be, oh, right at the surface. Oh, that sucks. at the end of the last stream, or during the last Ratchet and Clank stream, we realized that a lot of the issues I was having with Halo were actually due to my controller. And it was the same when I was using Ratchet and Clank, so I was having issues with Ratchet and Clank as well. So I went and got a new controller. I'm still kind of getting used to it. I might have to switch to a different one, because it depends on how this controller will feel long term. I'm using a Logitech controller now. Double jump is a pretty good sound effect. Yeah, I agree. We were actually in a pretty good position right now. That's a lot. This is a lot of time we just saved. Alright, this should be fine. Okay, just barely made it. Awesome. We did that. Barely win is still a win. I don't know if they made it too easy in the reboot, or if they just, like, fixed the mechanics, or, like, with the controls, because this is still, like, rough PS2 era control scheme, which means, like, there is going to be some friction.
Hey, press conference is over. Captain Quark don't want no more reporters bugging him in his trailer.
Oh,
And the worst part, that was mandatory for the quest, for MSQ.
You mean you and your walking camera? You paparazzi make me sick. Now beat it.
But, sir, I'm sure the Captain Quark will understand once we...
Now, save it. I know how it works. You convince me to let you in. You snap a picture of the captain in his underpants. Then you sell a picture to the info tabloid for $1 million bolts.
You've got it all wrong.
Meanwhile, I'm stuck here making 6 bolts an hour, and I have to listen to a lecture from that cheapskate Quark. So you don't get in unless
6 bolts an hour.
In advance.
I make that killing one thing.
You see how it works? You grease the hinges, the door.
I make 6 bolts killing one amoeboid creature.
Captain Quark?
What's that?
It's Ratchet and Clank, Captain. You know, from the
Oh, yes, I know who you are.
You do?
From the hoverboard race, he was about to say, even though I haven't done that yet.
There's an awful plot being hatched to destroy our planets.
Ratchet, he knows.
That's funny.
Does that mean we can go hoverboarding now?
My friends, we're all in grave danger, and I believe that together we can put a stop to this madness.
Together? You mean you want our help?
Look, Ratchet, I've been keeping an eye on you. I've never seen anyone with such raw talent. You are a true hero in the making.
Really?
I love this.
You mean I could be famous?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, here. Take
Notice he doesn't say a hero, he said famous. I could be famous.
What makes one man toil in obscurity while another
Because
becomes a
remember,
hero?
Ratchet hasn't grown as a character yet. He's still kind of a prick.
Luck. Wise men through the ages have struggled with that very question, but Captain Quark knows the secret. That's why he's been able to defeat more despots, rescue more damsels in distress, and save more civilizations than any other hero in the galaxy.
I do love
Now
this
is your
CRT grain.
opportunity
It's
to
really
see if you've
good.
got the stuff heroes are made of. This infobot contains coordinates to Quark's secret base. Can you quickly conquer Quark's killer cannonade of confounded contraptions? Can you quickly can you Quarkly quick? Oh, just make your way through the defenses to the center of the base. Prove yourself. Learn the secret and earn your place in galactic
This
history.
is I love.
Consult your doctor before attempting any strenuous exercise. Not responsible for death or dismemberment. Your results may vary.
I always love the infobot stuff from these games. It's always the best.
Meet me at my headquarters.
Hey, Captain Ratchet, what do you think?
We won't fail you, sir. We promise.
All right. All right. So now let's bomb these fuckers. With legit. So, there's actually the canon reason why they attacked, even though you are not a slime thing. This is a robot city. And the cleanup crew is programmed to destroy organic matter. Because that is the... because the Meat Boys are organic. It just happens to also include Lombaxes. That is the lore. Of course, that kind of breaks down when you see, like, the hoverboard lady, and later the, not the smuggler. No, he probably is actually named the smuggler, because I don't think he has a name. The rhino guy, the rhino salesman. Oh, I forgot to buy the new mine glove. I can't afford it, that's why I didn't buy it.
That's a real beauty.
And now we could move on, because the hoverboard stuff isn't really mandatory for MSQ. We're gonna still do it. Get these bolts. Because honestly, the hover if you do the hoverboard stuff casually, it's pretty fun. If you try to go for the skill points, it kind of sucks. And Hierocitor. Die! Die! But there is definitely a friction with this game that is not present in later games. Because, like, again, this was a really early period in PS2 era game design. People really didn't know what they were doing yet. But even, like, if you are willing to, like, let go and embrace that little bit of jank that is here, Kelly, this game is 2002. This game is 20 years old. So you were close. This game will be 20 years old this year. Yeah, I had that we're old crisis when I looked at that today. All the way back here? Aw, fuck off. That's fine. Let's do this. To be honest, what is really tripping me up right now is that I don't have strafing. Well, the two things that are tripping up are some stuff that was fixed in later games. It's that the quick select doesn't pause the game when you're switching. Something that I am used to at this point. And the second thing that tripped me up is that there is no strafing. Because once you get strafing in Ratchet and Clank, from going commando onward, combat becomes a lot easier. And in fairness to the game, this was still like a platform. they really hadn't made this the combat-focused game that it would become. That came in Going Commando. That did not come in this game. This game is still a platformer at its core. Why don't we just let them... Exactly, Kelly. It's still running by the rules of those old platformers. Which means that when you get into combat, it's a little rough. But once you get into Going Commando onwards, they really start leaning more into the combat or the gunplay that is inherent to this game and how it operates. And once they do, the game is better for it. Oh, this bomb glove is surprisingly good for being the starter weapon. And let us take care of this tank at range.
Rhino for your robot. Trade you.
Well, okay.
Ratchet.
I'm kidding. Sorry, he's not for sale. What's a rhino anyway?
Rip ya a new one.
What did you just say to me?
R-Y.
What did you just say to me?
Rip ya a new one.
Why, that's the most powerful missile launcher in the galaxy. I know it's worth a lot of bolts. He must have stolen it from the Blarg.
Stolen. Look, trash can. Did I say's anything about it being hot? You better watch your mouth or I'll...
Wait, don't tell me. Rip you a new one.
That is 150,000 bolts. We will not be making that in this game. Unless we use the exploit. People who have played this game before me probably know what I'm talking about. Because you can actually do the exploit in this very level. I could do that, but I have better things to show you all on stream. So I won't. I'll probably explain what it is, so that you all know. But I'm not going to do it, because I don't have the wherewithal to make that attempt. That said, there is a way to get theoretically infinite bolts. And all you have to do is leave the game on overnight to accumulate them. Alright. I mean, if I was playing this for me, I would just leave it on. I would just leave this game on overnight and do the exploit. But we're playing this on stream, and I don't really feel like doing that. To be perfectly honest, that is the only reason I'm doing that. Is because that is not fun to watch or to do. Actually, it's not really fun to do either. But if this was me, if it was me doing it, I would just like set the controller down and have this done overnight. Okay. Go off. Go off. Kill each other for me. I always like when games let you pit enemies against each other and have them kill each other so you can clean up afterwards. That always makes me feel like really smart. So I like when they let me do that. It's a nice little touch. Alright. Get the bomb glove out, because it's the most useful thing right now. Basically, when I press these buttons, I can't be certain which one of these walls is going to drop. So I have to be careful to check what are my potential hazards and adjust accordingly. Alright, and the next hazard is nothing. Love. Oh. We are free. But let's take care of the rest of these fuckers. Alright. And you will notice that gold bolt is not part of this path. There is a reason for that, because that is not how you actually get that gold bolt. People who play this game already know how I do this, but it'll be fun to show it off anyway. First thing you do is kill this tank. Now that we have this foothold to work with, let's kill this other tank. And get this ammo. And leave the proster for those Uni-Voids over there. So the actual route is to glide onto this, and rather than use the buttons to get over there, which is impossible, you follow the pads, which in this... Oh, we fucked up. No, we're good. Nope, we fucked up. Try again. See, the pads here do form a path right over there, which you will have to follow. Oh, come on. We're gonna get this. Thankfully, there's no real risk. It's just platforming. Does the D-pad work? And we'll D-pad this to make sure the movement is perfectly straight. Yeah, I'm just gonna D-pad this. And now that we're here, we can drop. Simple. I got a gold bolt. We'll make use of those later. Probably not, actually, but I will tell you how you use them later. Should we try and kill these guys? Yeah, we should. Civic duty and whatnot. And we would not be Ratchet if we let them live. See, they smashed this button. Yeah, it's a surprise tool that'll help us later. Oh, that old meme. It's exactly that, yes. Alright, and... shall glide. And keep going. I'm pretty sure that we're basically at the hoverboard area now. I think that we're done the platforming here.
Well,
Yes.
Welcome to the HoverCon Intergalactic Hoverboard Competition. Captain Quirk's giving away a brand new Platinum Zoomerator to the winner of this competition.
A Platinum Zoomerator. Perhaps that will be the proof of your accomplishments that Skid's agent requires.
Wait, do you guys mean Skid McMarks?
Yeah, Skid couldn't make it, so we're here to, you know, fill in for him.
Guess we'll see about that.
Now, I don't actually know what the glitch is, but with this model in particular, there's like an action you can do that will actually increase the size of her breasts. And I don't know if that caps. I'm not going to do it, but that's something that I feel like I should point out because it's just kind of part of the game's canon at this point. And once we get done the hoverboard track, I will explain the exploit I was talking about earlier because it's kind of important. To explaining how the exploit works. But first, time for the race. It's gonna be pretty simple. With all the Skid McMarks lookalikes in this area. But really, this just comes down to keep your turbo at all times, and you're fine. This is not a very complicated race. But this is just like this is just for the Zoomerator. I believe there's a race afterwards that you can do, but there might not be because they might not have done like the whole like maxi game thing that they did in Going Commando, which I will explain when we get to Going Commando. Yeah, it's good music. Oh, one more lap. I thought we were done the race. But yeah, as you can see, there's not a whole lot of challenge here. Even if we fail, it's ultimately fine. One mistake is not going to kill. See, look, we made a huge mistake. We're probably still going to win this race. Yeah, it's fine.
Hi, folks. Captain Quirk
it's fine.
Here. It is my distinct pleasure.
That was for viewership. Not on definitely not me fucking up. Definitely not me fucking up. That was making it look close.
Hey, look. That's us.
Today's winners will take home a brand new professional grade model.
I also love that is clearly a pre-recorded message.
Manufactured by Gadgetron, this hoverboard drive delivers more lift, speed, and maneuverability than any other anti-grav device on the market. Well, folks, that's all the time we have. Tonight, remember to set your infobots to the Quark Classic channel for tonight's episode of Dogfight Over Death Canyon, starring yours truly. Thank you, and have a Quark-tastic day.
What I love about that scene is that when it splices Ratchet and Clank into the audio, you know that's a fucking pre-made promo. You know he didn't actually do that live. He sat there in the trailer the whole time and did fucking nothing. And I love that. I actually love that detail. Because it does kind of undersell the hyper-capitalistic nature of the world that we're in. It's really great. I'm going to enter race once more time to explore the trick.
To turbo. Press the square button to use turbo.
It's not really like all we're doing here is just exploring the Zoomerator and how it like converts your tricks into turbo. There is an achievement to do for doing a trick called Twisted McMarks. You will not be doing that. Because I don't really feel like making that work in. Now, these boxes here are actually the key to the exploit I was talking about earlier. And yes, it does really undersell how much Quark sucks too. Because, like, the game is hyping him up as the big hero, but there is this undertone of he is just a capitalist whore. At the end of the day. There's this undertone there that's never gone. It's always there. And that helps kind of build on what is the eventual end reveal, which we'll get to it when we get to it. But earlier I was talking about an exploit that people use to get a bunch of bolts, nearly infinite number of bolts, but is leaving their console on overnight. And the key to that exploit is actually those boxes in the racetrack. So the way it works is the first thing you have to do is use a glitch with the decoy glove. And it's something that we don't have yet, but we will get later in the game, which fires off a copy of us that stands on the board and draws enemy aggro. And with it, you can squeeze Ratchet off of the geometry of the stage, of the platforming stage. And when you glide down after getting glitched off the geometry, the hoverboard track is actually in physical space underneath the level. So once you get clipped out, you can actually glide down to the hoverboard track that we're on right now. I'll have to put a video up on the post to explain what this glitch is, but this is part one of that. The second part involves these boxes and a weapon called the Taunter. Now I can quit the game to explain it. Basically, when you're on the hoverboard track, those boxes, once they leave your view, will respawn. So you can keep hitting them over and over again. And if you have the Taunter, one of the functions of this device is to draw enemy aggro as well, but also it breaks boxes that are hit by the sound cone. So by sitting below the boxes after clipping onto the track and holding the Taunter down, you break them. And because they're off camera, they respawn instantly. So as long as you have the button held down, you keep making money. And you just hold it down, or if you're like me, you would just tape it, get your controller down. Or hold the button down with some, like, paperweight. And leave the console overnight, you have millions of bolts in your pocket. I didn't do that in my original run, but on the PS2 version of this game, there was an achievement, or a trophy, for having 1,000,000 bolts. Which, I don't know why they did that, because even if you include the Rhino, there is barely 1,000,000 bolts worth of stuff to buy. You can buy everything in the game and still have not made 1,000,000 bolts. So the way you would fix that problem and get enough bolts to fulfill the trophy is to use that exploit. Or play the game fairly, but who wants to fucking do that? And if you just do that, you have enough money to pay for anything, even the fucking Rhino, and make the 1,000,000 bolts that trophy requires. People have talked about this exploit before, and I should be able to find a video explaining it. I'll make a note of myself actually to do that. I'm opening a WordPad on the side and running myself to find a video to talk about the Arcadia Taunter bolt exploit. And whoever video finds should explain that in more detail than I did here. But that is the gist of the exploit. It's something that I have used. I know how it works. I won't do it here because I don't want to sit here and just watch the number go up for 2 hours. But that is what you do. That is how that works. Oh, I forgot. Before we do Umbris, which, by the way, that just means dark. Umbra is just the word for dark.
Welcome to my challenge course. Now is your chance to prove yourself strong and brave, like me. Conquer it, and you'll join in my fight against evil.
Haven't we done enough already?
What? I can't hear you.
I said, haven't we done?
Sorry, still having trouble. Tell me later.
Later? We might be dead by then.
What?
All right, Clank, let's get going.
Again, another hint as to what Quark's true deal is. But I just realized before we do this, we should probably go back to Iridia and give Skid's agent that thing that we got from the hoverboard races. Fortunately for us, now that we have actually met the agent, we can just shortcut our way over there. And now that we have...
Fantastic! You got it! Great work, kid.
So, are you gonna represent me?
You bet, kid. And as a signing bonus, I've got this.
Cool helmet.
That is a sonic summoner. It is used to attract sand mice.
Right, and it's all yours. Well, I'm off to finalize the paperwork. I'll have my people call your people.
Do you have people?
The sonic summoner allows you to interact with the mysterious and intelligent sand mice species. Despite their innocent appearance, sand mice are very effective and aggressive hunters. Simply equip the sonic summoner when you are near a sand mouse house, and a mouse will emerge to greet you. If the mouse likes you, it may offer a bit of high-caliber tactical assistance.
Yeah, so basically... they summon turrets from pre-designated places. This is actually a item you don't need for progression. It's kind of useless, but it's worth it to fill out the gadget menu. And it's a cool little hat that Ratchet can wear. And don't worry, I do see that gold bolt over there. We'll get to it later. Like, and no, I don't like. As you can see, it's not a worthless item, but it's an item that you don't really need. If you're playing the game normally, you will probably never have an actual functional use with Sonic Summoner. But it is nice to have that as a potential option. But now, back to regularly scheduled, trying to become a hero so that we can be famous. I still love the distinction that Ratchet isn't out to be a hero, he's out to be famous. Which is not the same thing. And that is actually something that, probably not going to play it, so I can talk about it freely. An actual kind of issue I had with A, the Ratchet and Clank movie, and B, the game based on the movie, is
Oh, that's a nice one.
They kind of retcon Ratchet to be this altruistic, like, really noble character in this game, and he was never that. He was never that. Ratchet in the first game was kind of a jerk who was out almost purely just to enjoy himself and have a good time. Yeah, those are mines, so you gotta kill them before they kill you. All Ratchet wants is to kill Chaos. Oh, I still love that game. If you have not played Strangers of Paradise yet, play the demo of that game. It is fucking incredible. I have never had so much fun laughing at a Final Fantasy plot than I ever have playing Strangers of Paradise. It's so good. Oh, I didn't buy the Mind Glove yet. That's okay, I don't actually use it. I better have to save my money at that point. Oh, whoops. Got a little too close. That's fine. But that was a big problem I actually like had, is like I don't mind them kind of softening Ratchet up because like he was not a good person in this game, and like I can understand the desire to kind of undo that. But the swing all the way from like this kind of asshole who's out just to have a good time and shoot stuff to I want to be a galactic ranger, a hero. It was kind of off-putting, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I can appreciate you trying to soften up the character, but you just basically transformed into something he wasn't. He was never that. That movie 20... Is that movie really fucking 6 years old? I guess that tracks, yeah. Holy shit. It doesn't feel right, but, like, it also kind of does. And obviously there's the gimmick here. These are tripads, because you have to hit 3 of them in a certain time. Nothing much to this gimmick. It's just they're just kind of telling you how it works before they force it onto you in harder scenarios. Holy shit! That Ratchet and Clank came out the same year Trump became president. Holy shit! That. Oh, that's a tone. That's a tone whiplash. I like that hitting them with the wrench turns them in from smiling cork faces to, like, broken teeth. That's cute. That's a cute little detail. You mean Executive Chairman Drek is Trump. Before he gets another job title. Because right now he's Executive Chairman Drek. Alright. And These tripads here should open this door. See if we get over here. Gold bolts! I love the soundtrack in this level and how, like, in your face it is, because it's such a, like, we're essentially in, like, a war zone kind of thing, almost. It's really, yeah, it's really good. Hey, nice teeth. This does kind of feel like a gym pump-up beat. I can see that. I can totally see that. Pad 1. Pad 2. Where is pad 3? There is pad 3. Got it. Now let's get these boxes before we proceed to the next part of the stage. If you're wondering why I'm not bothering with the turrets, you can do that. They just come back. You can't destroy them permanently. So you ultimately just decide. Most people decide not to bother with it. But it's just not worth it. Going. There we go. I believe you'll need a higher displacer for this part, this upcoming segment. Rid of these mines because they will not mind their own business. Can I bomb glove this? No. Bummer. Opens that door. We will continue with the next part of the stage. What a thrill! With darkness and sight. Every time there's a slightly long ladder, I think of Snake Eater. So the reason you have to displace the water here is because these sharks will kill you instantly if you don't. And if you kill them instead, then you can safely move in this section. There's no okay, there's steps here. You don't actually need the water. Oh no, I can't. I guess I can't really jump that. I probably could if I wanted to put my effort into it, but I don't want to put that effort in, so we're just gonna fill the water back up and then go this way. Get some extra bolts. Some of the weapons later in the game are pretty expensive. We're gonna need all the money we can get. Because this was still before Insomniac learned that gating progress with money was a bad idea. You know? At least when Insomniac gated your progress with money, it was fake in-game money and not real-ass money. Isn't that right, modern AAA game design? I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. EA. Activision. I'm looking at you. Now we killed those sharks. We can displace the water. We will kill these sharks before they kill us. I actually don't think they can attack us even when they're swimming like this. I forgot that there was an NPC that just tried to get you to buy DLC in Dragon Age. That's hilarious. I completely forgot about that. I also don't think about Dragon Age very much anymore. I enjoy Dragon Age while I still played it, but like I have no real I don't have the impulse to go back to it. Although maybe once the new one comes out, I'll have a reason to try to go back and finish. Well, I guess start Trespasser, because I never actually did that. So we actually need to drain the water here. So we have enough room to do our swinging. I actually enjoy Dragon Age quite a bit. Though Inquisition was for me a huge step down. Let's get rid of these sharks. Not in terms of play. In terms of play, Inquisition was great. It was the, a lot of the side stuff just didn't feel really, really great to me. If you just mainline the main story, Dragon Age Inquisition is great. But if you try to do a lot of the side content, I find it gets become a bit of a slog. And I include the Loot missions as part of the main story. You should do those, because they're really important. But, like, get the fuck out of the hinterlands. Get the fuck out of the hinterlands. Once you're out of the hinterlands, the game is like a lot better. Or like when you get rid of that mentality that would cause you to stay in the hinterlands, then it's a lot better. I'm also just a little like, it does annoy me that the big bad of Inquisition was introduced in Dragon Age 2 DLC I never actually played. Which is like the BioWare problem, isn't it? That like all of the stuff that actually is relevant to the overarching story is in DLCs and never in the base game. Ever in the base game. Like that is the BioWare problem. And it has been since Mass Effect 2. Congratulations, you beat the game. What relevance is to the story? Almost none. Play the DLC, stupid. Every fucking time. Every fucking time. It's so infuriating. But what's not infuriating is the fact that we're about to join Captain Cork and become famous.
Well, well, you two continue.
He's gonna make us He
Step into the ring of
famous.
heroes, and I will finally give you what you deserve.
Ratchet, this is no
He'll
time
give
for you to
us what
become
we
cautious.
deserve.
We have reached our goal.
I don't know. There's something fishy going on here.
Listen to your little metal friend, Ratchet. Your destiny is mere steps away.
It's just something doesn't seem right.
This is it. Quark is going to help us stop Chairman Drek.
Why, thank you, Clank. You've been most helpful.
Oops!
Get off of me, you idiot!
I love it when a plan comes together.
What do you mean?
What do you think he means, genius? He's not gonna help us. He's gonna kill us.
You catch on quick. Although there is one problem with your hypothesis. I'm not going to kill you.
You're not?
No. He is.
But
why?
Why?
But why? It's really not that difficult to decipher. I'm the official spokesman for Drek's new planet. I can't have you two.
He did a capitalism.
This isn't over, Quark.
No. But it will be soon.
And this is actually a pretty easy fight. Or it will be once I stop fucking up. Weapon that packs more of a punch. Oh! Alright, that's phase one. Look at this. This is honestly like the only part that really sucks about the Snaggle Beast is that his actual fight is really, really easy. There is almost no thought that gets put into this fight as far as the player is concerned. Just dodge his really easily avoidable attacks. Asshole. I forgot that he does this thing where he gets rid of all your ammo. It's really not that big a deal. It's really not a big a deal. Alright, follow me. Follow me! Come on! Come on! Follow me! Done. That was a really hard fight. I can't believe I am so surprised I won that. I didn't think I was going to. It was hard. Put a lot of work into that fight. But yeah,
I wonder what that infobot is for.
Maybe it can replace you.
We're pinned down! We're pinned down! The ships are hammering our position from the air! That was a little too close! We need support! Now! Actually, I need support. My entire battalion went AWOL and left me to fight this war on my own. If the enemy doesn't kill those guys, I will. I'm not gonna last much longer. Requesting immediate assistance. Over and out.
Those are direct ships destroying that planet. We must help that commando.
Are you serious?
I love this.
I am out of here. Captain Quark is gonna be sorry he messed with me.
This is not about Captain Quark anymore. There are innocent lives being lost.
Yeah? Well, I'm done with this stupid hero stuff. I got my own agenda now.
Ratchet, this is not like you.
What do you know about me? You've spent this whole time looking for Quark. You don't know anything about me.
I know that you will do the right thing.
Well, right now the thing I want to do is find Quark. How do you start this stupid thing?
Have you forgotten? You need a robotic ignition system. I will start the ship if you agree to help that commando.
So, blackmail is it? Fine. Just shut up and start the ship.
And this is really the part that people start to...
Not so soon?
Oh, you're talking to me.
I'm not in the habit of talking to myself, you buffoon. Did you get rid of them?
Yes. No. Well, I had this plan, and I thought...
You thought? You thought! I do the thinking around here, you slug-brained idiot. I simply needed you to eliminate those two nuisances before they could cause any real trouble.
But I wanted to...
Do you still want to be the highly paid spokesman for my planet?
Yeah?
Then the next time I send you to do a job, I want results! Now get out of my sight!
Oopsie. Quark did a fucky-wucky. We're still alive. I also love that he wanted to kill us because we were about to start talking. Not that we actually became a hindrance to his plans yet, but we were about to be.
Add attention, you deserting maggots! The next time you soldiers try to go AWOL, I'll shoot you myself!
Look, I just want to...
Zip it, worm! You see those bombers? If you don't get to the turrets and knock those ships out of the sky, this whole planet's gonna be rubble! Meet me at the city entrance!
He needs our help.
Yeah? Why don't you go help him? Into another trap. Well, go on. Go fight some evil.
Dick.
At least I'm not a coward.
Whatever. As soon as I find Quark, I'm selling you for scrap.
Or a rhino. You can go back and do that. No, don't do that, actually. I'll be right back. Thank you for the hydrate. I actually need some water. That's a good call. I am back. Let me just get my webcam back on. It's actually quite good. Water is good. But this is the part of the game where a lot of fans of this series start to turn on Ratchet, and it's not like I don't get it.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Because it is true that Clank's gullibility led them into a trap.
Oh, that's a nice one.
It's not really, like, his fault. We're going to immediately remove this Taunter. This useless Taunter. And put Devastator on there instead. Calm down. Yeah, there we go. Because, like, from pretty much from this point forward, their relationship is very strange. The relationship between Ratchet and Clank. It's very, like, bickery and kind of, like, mean-spirited. In a way that a lot of people generally, like, don't care for. And I not like I don't understand that. I understand that completely. Like, if you like, you don't want to see your two protagonists kind of, like, duke it out and be, like, jerks to each other. You want them to be a team. But I didn't mind at the time. And you'll see as the series progresses, they really try their hardest to correct from this. And, like, to the point where when they do the reboot later on, they basically pretend this never happened. To be honest, Kelly, I'm actually with you. I'm with you on that, where I like the fact that our hero is not perfect. That he's starts off as kind of an asshole and has to grow into that role. I think that's really fucking cool. But apparently I am, like, people do not agree with me. And again, I don't want to say they're wrong, because they're not. But that bite is kind of what I want. I want to see him learn and grow and become someone who is capable of being heroic. Start off as a jerk and, like, gradually as he sees what's going on, understands that he can't be a jerk. He has to be the hero. That's a really cool, like, thing that happens to Ratchet in the course of this journey. And you can't do that if he's immediately, like, this pure, innocent, like, naive to the world kind of character. You can't do that. You have to have him a little cynical, a little bite, with a little bit of a bite to him. A little bit of a jerk. If you want him to grow into not being a jerk, you have to have him start as a jerk. And so I understand why, like, people fucking hated Ratchet. People fucking could not stand his guts.
Salt! Who are you? What are you doing?
We are on a mission to save the galaxy.
Speak for yourself and put your hands down.
Because this kind of becomes the second half of the game. Is Clank being sincere and Ratchet going, "You're a fucking dumbass."
Go figure.
This is a noble cause, sir.
Noble my hiney. I just want to get home to my family. Here, I pulled this off a busted robot. Give me some bolts for bus fare and it's yours.
And the skill point was, by the way, for doing that grind segment without taking a hit.
Thanks a bunch. Good luck saving the galaxy or whatever.
Greetings, Supreme Executive Chairman Drek. As you can see, we're about to test our newest automated pilot's helmet. This helmet allows pilots to control our latest high-tech fighters using only their thoughts. Please enjoy the demonstration. We still have a few minor adjustments to make.
Oh, if they ever get the kinks worked out of that thing, I have got to get me one of those.
If they are working for Chairman Drek, they may know where he is.
Is that all you can think about? Drek this and Drek that? I got my own problems.
If you cannot see the importance of this situation, you do have problems.
Yeah.
I like that line a lot.
Quark's stupid trick.
You do have problems.
Ah, forget it. We both need to get to this planet, and that's all that matters.
you know what? Xenochrist, you are kind of right in that part of the issue is that they do lay it on very thick, because it is a pronounced period of time in this game where Ratchet is just a douche. And maybe if it wasn't as strong as it was, people would not be as, like, annoyed or angry about it. I can see that. Now let's do an optional trespass for a second. This needs... This can't go here. This one's a red herring. No matter which way you go, it always blocks one of them, so this one has to go off to the side. Okay, that's blocking that. There. I don't believe there's anything worth here in terms of, like, quests or, like, item progression. It's just a nice hunk of bolts. Which we need. Need all the bolts you can get in the first game, because they don't... Because really, the economy in Ratchet and Clank 1 is such that, realistically, you probably won't have enough bolts to do all the things you want on your first run. Probably need to do a couple of runs of the game to get what you want, especially if you want the Rhino. It's just, there's a lot of things to buy, not a lot of bolts to buy them with. But that's just kind of the beast. They start... Actually, you make a good point, Xenochrist. That does kind of, like... That does kind of, like, I don't know if that... They almost definitely didn't intend to be this, but that does kind of tie in pretty nicely with the kind of, like, hyper-capitalist nature of the world that we're in. I can pretty much promise you that was not intentional. But it does, like, kind of tie in thematically with the idea that this is a hyper-capitalist world. Alright, I'll go away. There we go. Nice. Oh, let me equip my Sonic Summoner. If you have some glowing red, like, antennae thing, you can probably hide in the grass. You can, if you actually look, you can tell which ones have a guy in it and which ones don't, because the one with the guy has extra like antenna on it. See those two red antennae coming out? That means he's there. Let's fix this bridge. Hey, look! I made a bridge! Points if you get that reference. You probably didn't, because that is an old reference. An old Disney reference. Now we can keep going. Oh, thank you, Sandmouse. Oh, it was Atlantis. The Atlantis movie. Oh! So I think this is where we're supposed to get it. So I guess we'll try for the skill point. Because it's not too difficult. It's just kind of tedious. There is a skill point for defeating the tank. Or defeating one of the tanks. Using only the sand mouse. I guess in theory you would just use this guy here. Maybe it's not using... Maybe it's something different. Huh. In any case, another time when I actually care about it. The sand mouse damage is actually really high. Let's see. Can we make it over here? No. No, we cannot. Shout out once more to this game's soundtrack. Oh, we probably can make it, I just didn't. Not really important. Worth come back later. Where are you hiding, Jensen? I don't see the other one. And this will make one half of the bridge and the other. Perfect. Itchy throat. Give me just a second. Delicious. And that leads back to where we were. No reason to go back that way. Let's climb up. Best Ratchet and Clank one weapon. Does that exclude the Rhino? Because if not, there's a really easy answer to that question. Because the answer is the Rhino if you're not excluding the Rhino.
Blasted thing, it won't budge. I've tried everything I know short of nuclear weaponry. No, never mind.
Well, you tried. See ya.
Not so fast, soldier. You're going into that compound even if I have to throw you. Aha! That ventilation shaft leads to the turret platform. Soldier, find a way to use that shaft to infiltrate the compound undetected. You've shown bravery by making it this far, soldier. And for that, I reward you. I intercepted this communique that you might find useful.
Posture check, but I'm good with posture.
I'm off to find my battalion. Good luck.
Hello.
I love that he realizes we're not his defectors.
I hope this message finds you well. As many of you know, our home planet is no longer habitable. We've abandoned our factories, our laboratories, and our happy lives because of the encroaching pollution, leaving much behind. Fortunately, the nearby planets will supply us with all we need to create our new home, which is nearing completion. Once our scientists locate the
I love the gun.
Our new world will be perfect.
So I love the gun on the scientist.
Are filling up fast. Good day.
Now do you understand why we must stop him? He won't rest until he has destroyed every planet in the galaxy.
Yeah? Well, I got bigger fish to fry.
Bigger than the galaxy.
Well, different fish anyway. Look, didn't that commando guy say we could get into that compound?
Yes, by using the ventilation shaft. But we
Kelly?
need something special to walk on that.
Fine, let's get going then.
I like what you're putting down, because
You will need a pair of Gadgetron Magna boots to traverse this ventilation shaft. Unfortunately, our scanners do not detect any Magna boots on this planet.
Because you're saying in the chat that it'd be unrealistic to make a new world because you just live on a previous timeline that would be uninhabitable. And you're right. In the real world, that's the case. But they're actually, there is a reason why that Drek has chosen this as a scheme, and it's a really fun one when we get to it at the end of the game. His motivation. We'll get to that later. But Xenochrist, as to your question. If we're not including the Rhino, what weapon is my favorite? It's Testicoil. I love Testicoil so much. Testicoil is one of my favorite weapons in Ratchet and Clank 1. I love using it. It is basically the Pyroster, but better. It is a weapon that I will stop spending money in Ratchet and Clank and save up for Testicoil. I love that weapon. It's so good. It's so fucking cool. And third place is Morph-Ray because I love that weapon type in Ratchet and Clank. The weapons that turn people into like animals. I just find that hilarious. So my third choice is Morph-Ray. We can go to Gaspar or Orkson. We'll go to Gaspar since it's really like not an important planet and we can just kind of breeze through it. And then we can either end on Orkson or start next episode on Orkson. Oh, you get the Walloper here. If we're not doing a completionist run, I might just like skip the Walloper. Because the Walloper is basically a melee weapon that does double damage to the wrench. But I don't really have a use for that. So I'm just gonna like keep that. I'm not gonna buy that. I'm gonna save my money. Also, yeah, I love this track. This is a good track. This track slaps. Of course, the cool thing about Ratchet 1 is that, unlike a lot of later games in the series, because there's no like XP system that there is in in subsequent Ratchet games, your weapons are generally useful from start to finish. Also, because this game is going by platforming rules, not by RPG rules, where weapons have like power levels. And so you do get this like, this reason to use weapons because they're useful in certain areas, and that is nice. Because they do talk about that in some of the later like in some of behind the scenes stuff with Ratchet games. What is the fire button on this? Oh, circle, of course. Fuck him up. Fuck him up, Buttercup. There we go. Pyrociter now. And fun fact, you can use Bomb Glove on these crates. It's so weird for a Ratchet and Clank weapon to be useful throughout the entire game. From start to finish. The Gadgetron Bomb Glove. The Bomb Glove is apparently, like, in lore, it's like a free weapon you get for subscribing to Gadgetron services. You get a complimentary explosive device. Which honestly tells you more about the world than you need to know. Aww, balls.
I got some great bargains for
Well,
you.
at least the way should be open now. I think the door, like the door blowing up, the progress is still saved. Oh no, it's not saved. Bummer. The roster out and let's start burning these bitches. Let's go! I like the blaster a lot too. It does chew through ammo though. It just chews through your ammunition. Alright, and... Bing, bang, boom, you're dead. Alrighty. And let's get some health back. Oh, that's frustrating. Let's devastate him. Sometimes you just want a rocket launcher to make your problems go away. Go away, problems. Oh, come on! Oh, come on! Well, this is probably gonna be the last thing we do tonight, is this world, at this rate. Okay, game. You know what? Should I get the Walloper? I don't really need it. I really don't need it. I'm still gonna pass on it, even though like it might help. I think it's gonna help enough. All right, let's go. These cans are really fun to use. Fuck. Alright. I'm not doing too hot this time, this world. Ooh, okay. Let us burn this place down. Yeah, it's a bit of a spicy world. It's a bit spicy. Fortunately, we do have the weapons we need. We just need to use them better. If we had strength, this would not even be a problem. If we had strength, this wouldn't even be a problem. Just use the wrench, it's easier. Just use the wrench, it's easier. Alright, there's one more left. And done! Pick up these bolts. Let's pick up these bolts. And now we are good. Hey, this is the place where that pilot ship crashed. That worked out pretty well. This is where you get the pilot's helmet. Which is, believe it or not, a very vital item for the story progress. We actually, despite looking like an optional world, we actually need to get this.
Now this is cool.
And as far as story missions are concerned, we are done with this planet. But we don't have to be. There's actually, yes. You can actually glide down here. There is a whole extra segment of the level. And we will complete this whole section of the level for its extra rewards. I'm pretty sure it's a gold bolt. Oh, bummer. Oh, don't do that. Alright, we have 2 hit points left. That's fine. We're fine. Well, these actually are a lot easier to fight with just the wrench than with any actual weaponry. Oh, damn. Last hit. I think that was all of them. So we're not in bad shape. By that we have 1 hit point left. I'm pretty sure there's a checkpoint when we hit this up. Oh, no. They'll come back down. Here's a gold bolt. And a fuck ton of free ammunition. And let me check something. Okay. Yes, we're gonna die. Because now we can start this section of the level. Because there's more secrets in this level. There's only 1 critical path, but there's a ton of side paths. This level's actually much bigger than it looks like it is. So now we can go over this way. That was unfortunate. But fine. I'm pretty sure this way too also has a gold bolt in it, but only one way to confirm. And that's by doing it. also, for being an optional path, fairly lengthy. This Nemtech. He claims hit points. And swing shot. Look at that draw distance. You can see the swing shot targets pop in. I think I noticed that when I played this back in the day. Because as you know, this is an original PS2 version and definitely not emulated. Definitely not. I have a physical copy, as you see. Right here. Physical copy. It's what we're playing. We're playing this. We're playing Ratchet and Clank. We're playing it. Now where do we go from here? Up. Yeah, I am playing on my PS2 with my original hardware. Obviously. I don't know why you would think differently. I like that effect of the tether blowing up. And there's my swing shot target. Probably wrap up once we do this little detour and call it a night. But we made some big progress in this game. This has been a really successful run of Ratchet and Clank so far. Well, that's embarrassing. I love that the progress for these things stays, but not for, Oh, I forgot that one. Yeah, I need the thrusters. Just walk past them. Doop. Body doop. And do. I will say it was actually fairly easy to get this working on my original PS2 hardware. I didn't have to do any finicking at all. It just more or less kind of popped in and it worked. Way easier than I thought it was going to be. Way easier. This should take us this. There should be a way up from here. Okay. Okay, smartass. If you're gonna play that game. I need my Devastator. So it's my only long-range weapon at the moment. And we'll get you as well. Get my swing shot targets. Should be almost done this optional path. There's a gold bolt right over there. And once this finishes... Did we forget one? There we go! Yeah, there's a skill point for getting all of the ships blown up. So we will get this gold bolt, and we are done with this planet, I think, pretty much forever. There's not a whole lot here that's worth Nick taking note of. So we will go back to our ship. I think that's going to be it for tonight. Take me home, taxi. Hell yeah. Enjoy the scenic view of Lava City. Now that we're back at our ship. We can save our game. And that will be all for today, Jeeves. Now, next time, we will head out to the Kogor refinery in Orkson and continue our quest using our legally acquired PS2 original hardware and the copy of the game, which, need I remind you, I physically own. It's mine. I has it. But until next time, remember to wear your masks, social distance, and wash your hands. Because believe it or not, the pandemic is not over yet. It's been a whole 2 years and we're still doing it. Get your vaccine and your booster shot. Shots, at this point, I believe they're talking about getting a second booster in, which will make us... For me, my third shot, because I got the J&J vaccine, but for a lot of people, this will be their fourth COVID vaccine shot. Remember, Black Lives Matter, Trans Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, and all lives cannot matter unless minority lives matter. I am actually still, like, you talk about wearing a mask even the mandate is gone. I am still wearing my mask. In fact, I upgraded. I used to wear a cloth mask. I now wear an N95. So that is my mask of choice. I have like a bunch of them that my cousin can get them pretty easily from his work. So he gives them to the rest of the family. And I have an N95 in my car that whenever I'm out on the road, it's literally hanging on my windshield, on my my rear view mirror. So whenever I need to go anywhere, it's just right there for me to grab. I just have it in my car. Of course, you've public transit, you don't have that luxury because I'm in the suburbs. You need a car to get anywhere in this fucking hellhole. And that's what I do. But until next time, have a great evening, and I will see you when I see you. Take care and stay safe, everybody. Bye!